Okay, hope you guys are ready for another problem. We're looking at number 27. And for this one, I've got a function that is x times the quantity 1 minus 4 over x plus 3. Now, to be honest with you, I do not want to mess with the product rule and subtracting and a quotient rule. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the distributive property and rewrite this. This is the same thing as looking at x minus 4x over x plus 3. To be honest with you, there are a couple ways I could go from here. If I wanted to find a common denominator right now, I could do that. And then I would be dealing with a similar problem to number 9, except I wouldn't have to deal with any fractions. So I could get a common denominator of x plus 3 for the whole thing. Another way I could do this, if you remember, you can actually take the derivative of two parts if you're adding and subtracting them. Another way to look at this, and I'm going to rewrite this, of the derivative of f of x is going to be the derivative of x minus the derivative of my second part, 4x over x plus 3. And this is actually the way that I'm going to choose to explain this problem to you. Again, there's more than one way to solve a lot of these problems, but this is how I'm going to handle it. And the reason I'm going to do this is just because this derivative is really pretty simple to work out. The derivative of x, of course, is 1. And now I'm going to deal with the messier part. And I'm going to use parentheses. Remember in class I said parentheses are your friends? That's because it's going to keep track for you of that, making sure you distribute that negative later on. Okay, so I'm going to use my quotient rule here. My quotient rule says I take the derivative of my numerator and multiply it by the denominator. The derivative of 4x, of course, is 4. I am multiplying that times my denominator, and I'm going to subtract the numerator times the derivative of my denominator. And what do you know? My denominator, the derivative of my denominator is simply 1. Remember, your constant rule says 3 is going to drop out to 0, and my power rule tells me that the derivative of x is 1. So that looks actually a lot nicer than number 9 if you followed along with that problem. What I'm going to divide this all by is my denominator squared. I'm going to leave this one over here to the side while I work out this problem here. I'm going to use the distributive property, giving me 4x plus 12 minus 4x. And this is, again, all divided by x plus 3 squared. And I see that my 4x's cancel each other out, and I'm left with 1 minus 12 over x plus 3 quantity squared. I want to get a common denominator because I'm really not finished here. I need to get everything together on the numerator, basically as one fraction. Okay, what I'm going to multiply then, of course, by is x plus 3 quantity squared over x plus 3 quantity squared. And that gives me x plus 3 quantity squared minus 12 all over. Sorry, I should have written all these equal signs in here to be completely correct. X plus 3 quantity squared. Well, that's nice, but it's not really all the way done. So what I need to do is multiply this out, as I guarantee I can simplify this numerator further. Using my square rule, what I have is a squared plus 2ab. You guys, hopefully you remember that. I'll go over it on the side here if I need to. Plus b squared. And I'm subtracting 12 from that. It's okay to leave the denominator the way it is. No problems there. X squared plus 6x, 9 minus 12, negative 3. And this is my final answer. All right. What I was talking about with that a, b, goodness. Okay. If I have a plus b squared, if you remember, it's a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This is just a very simple formula. This is from algebra. I can do the same thing with a minus b squared. And of course, I'd get a negative sign here for my minus 2ab, and then this would be positive. So that's just a rule that you should have committed to memory by now. If not, it's a good one to review. And this is really going to help you, especially when we're doing quotient rule and needing to carry something over to get a common denominator. It just helps you find it that much faster. So hopefully that explains a little bit better. Go ahead and try number 28 on your own. I think you're going to find that now that you've walked through step by step that you're going to see that you'll be able to do it too. All right, and good luck on the quiz tomorrow. See you then. Bye.